Hi guys, just doing a video review on the ILIFE robot vacuum cleaner, and today I am reviewing the Beetle Series A4 model, and I'll give you some quick specs on that as well. So it's 12.2 by 12.2 by 3 inches and it weighs approximately 4.5 pounds. It has a 2 litre capacity on the dust container on the back just there, and it's got a 1000 PA suction capacity as well. What you get included is you get the quick start guide, really easy to interpret quick start guide. I had it up and running in probably about 5 or 10 minutes at tops. You get the full instruction manual, which also has a maintenance guide on there, which is really well detailed. You get an extra HEPA filter. You get 2 extra brushes, one for the left and one for the right. And then you also get a cleaning tool for the actual vacuum cleaner itself. And finally you get the remote control, the docking station and the vacuum cleaner obviously as well. So first of all, I'll take you through the functions on the remote control very quickly. So you have your directional buttons just there, and those directional buttons do actually allow you to control the direction of the vacuum cleaner. So if it misses a spot and you want it to particularly cover a particular area, you can do that. You have the clean function just there, so you press that and it activates the cleaning mode and it starts to clean on a random sequence. So it doesn't do a zigzaggy pattern, it will just start to sweep on a random sequence. You have the plan mode, so the plan mode allows you to set a particular time when you want it to clean every single day. So if that's when you're at home, or alternatively if that's when you're at work, you can set it up so that it comes on at, for example, 9 AM every morning. You also have the clock, so you adjust the clock, so once you've adjusted the clock it will activate the plan mode correctly. You have a spot clean function, you have a edge to edge cleaning function. So the edge to edge cleaning function, you take it to an edge, you press the edge clean function and it will clean round all of the edges as well. Finally you have the send home button. So the send home button, if it's finished cleaning for the day and you're happy that it's done an adequate job, press the send home button and it will automatically dock itself in the charging station there as well. We'll also do that automatically once it's low on charge and needs a top up. Typically I've found the charge lasts about 2 to 2.5 hours. The docking station has a nice long AC cord as well, and what we'll do is we'll flip over the machine and we'll show you how the machine looks on the underside as well. So flipping the machine upside down, you can see you've got your 2 brushes just there. You've got your roller brush just there as well, and with this roller brush we've had it for the last week now, and what you'll notice is there is a lot of hair, and if that happens it's okay, because what you can do is you can lift up this roller brush and you can clean all of this out. I literally cleaned it out yesterday. We've had it running all day and you can see it's already clogged up with hair. It still operates, but you can see you really do want to remove that, guys. Once you've removed any excess hair, you literally stick it back in and line that up and it should click into place just like that. You've got the wheels just here and they are rubberized wheels. They have I suppose what is essentially an actuator, and that allows it to go over any uneven surfaces. We've got I suppose what is a shag pile carpet here, which we'll show you it working on in a second as well. Finally you've got your dust collector, which has the built-in HEPA filter, and I'll show you that as well. So this is the dust collector. Press the button on the back and it slides out, and then you press this button and you can see this is from today, so this is from it running for 2 hours today. There's a fair bit of dust, and that's the HEPA filter, which you can lift out and wash out and replace with the spare one. It is recommended you replace it every 4 to 6 weeks, and then once you've cleaned that out you plug that back in and you're good to go. So what we're going to try and do, guys, is we're going to try it on the spot cleaning mode. So you can see we've got a spot of dirt here. This is Weetabix crumbs, a bit of dust from the back of the dustbin, and as well as some hair as well. So before it runs away, oops, there we go. So if I press spot clean, so you turn it off, put it down where you want it to clean, you press clean, and then you press spot clean, and it will go around in a particular circle and clean a particular circle. If you find that it misses a bit, you can direct it just by using the arrow keys. And then press spot clean again, and it will go around. So, there we go. And what it does is it sort of starts to rotate counterclockwise and get slightly wider and wider, and eventually picking up all of the dirt. If it's stuff that's quite light, like biscuity, or you've got Weetabix bits crumbs, as you can see here, it does flick it around a little bit, but eventually it does pick it all up. And what you can see is it now going to random mode again, and then if we press spot clean, it will start to rotate in sequence as well. You also have the max power button, and what that does is it activates it on full power. When you press the max power button, it starts to, it uses its full suction. Right. So we'll show you working a little bit just there. Hopefully the camera can pick up it, picking up all of the dirt as well. There we go. So you can see it's picked up most of the dirt. If I left it running, it would work its way around and pick up the rest of the dirt. You've seen it working on the shag pile carpet as well, but let's show you how that works as well. So as you can see, we'll happily go over what is essentially quite a thick carpet without too much of an issue. If I press stop, if we start it on the carpet, we'll show you how that works. So the other way to start it is literally by pressing the button on the top there. As you can see, it has no issues with the carpet. Now if I wanted to go home, if I press the home button, it lines itself up automatically with the dock. And just like magic, it goes back into the charging dock. So you can see it works really, really well. It detected a couple bumps and it managed to navigate its way around. It didn't knock over the box. Even though the box is quite light, it still detected that there was an object there and it managed to navigate around that. It has a cliff sensor as well, so if you're putting it in a landing upstairs, which I have previously done, it will detect the staircase and it won't sort of drop off the stairs and end up breaking itself. So it's clever enough to do that. When it's charging, you can see it docks itself and then the orange light flashes. When it's fully charged, it switches back to green. And you've got the bump guard here as well. So what that does is if it does knock into something, there's a little sensor which pushes in and tells it to reverse and back away and clean a different area. So with its actual cleaning mode, it doesn't have a particular set course that it follows. It is completely random and spontaneous, so it doesn't follow a zigzag pattern. The idea being that eventually it will cover the entire living room as well. So with this, it will navigate into the other rooms. I've left it running and I found it cleaning the room next door. It's then eventually found its way back to the charging dock and charged itself as well. So it is quite intuitive. Just because the dock is in here doesn't mean it will only vacuum in one room. So overall, we've had it for the last week and a half now, and it's worked pretty much brilliantly. It's collected a lot of dust. It retains its charge, and you know it's loud. It's not you could probably get away with watching the TV, but you would notice that it is in the background. It's not as loud as a standard house vacuum cleaner, and I suppose the benefit of this is, I suppose the cleaning routine in our house was every day someone would end up having to sweep downstairs because with the tiled floors it does get quite dusty very quickly and the dust pretty much sits on the top. With this machine runs every day for about 2 hours on a full charge, and what that means is we don't actually have to sweep downstairs. We still do get the vacuum cleaner out every probably 4 to 5 days just to make sure we've covered off everything, but actually for the last 5 days we've yet to take out the vacuum cleaner. The good thing about the ILIFE robot, which I will mention before I finish the review, is the battery pack. A lot of the robot vacuum cleaners I've noticed, either the battery pack's not removable or it's very expensive to get hold of one. As this is running on a rechargeable battery, eventually the battery will degrade. That's how it is with every single one. And with this particular model, it's quite cheap to get hold of another battery pack. So it's about £25, and I could get hold of it through Amazon fairly easily. You can get hold of the spare brushes as well, so they're pretty cheap, as well as any HEPA filters. So again, an added bonus knowing that you'll be able to get any spares or repairs that you need. Finally, the only downside to this, and that's with every robot vacuum cleaner, is it will struggle with cables. So I've noticed we had our laptop charging cable just hanging out on the floor, and we forgot to put it away. It sort of got tangled a little bit on the cable, and then eventually it managed to work itself free, but I could probably see it getting stuck and not managing to work its way free. So again, it does help if you've got an open plan area, or you've sort of done a bit of preemptive tidying beforehand. Finally, I would say this is great for someone who's you're a little bit lazy like me, or elderly, or anyone really in general who wants something which is going to work effectively, which is pretty much straightforward to use. You get it out of the box, you plug it in, and it's good to go. So finally to the ratings, I am going to give it, I think you can fully appreciate why, 5 out of 5. It's worked flawlessly, and when I say flawlessly, I mean it has actually worked flawlessly without any issues. It's been really easy to use, so it's a 5 out of 5 from me, guys. As always, thanks for watching.